She sat alone in the cold hospital corridor, her hand resting on her swollen belly, tears streaming down her face. Just hours ago, she had everything: a wealthy family, a bright future, a father who called her his princess. Now she had nothing. Her father, one of the most powerful CEOs in the city, had looked her in the eyes and said the words that shattered her world: "You are no longer my daughter." All because she had fallen in love with the wrong man, all because she had gotten pregnant, and all because a tragic accident had left her paralyzed from the waist down. The man she loved had vanished the moment he heard about her condition. And now, as she sat there with nowhere to go, she wondered if anyone in this world would ever show her kindness again, but what she didn't know was that someone was watching. A man in a janitor's uniform, mopping the floors nearby, had seen everything. And he was about to change her life forever. Before we continue with this incredible story, I want to invite you to join our Kindness World family. If you believe in the power of compassion and love, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us spread more stories of hope and humanity. Now, let's get back to the story. Her name was Emily, and just 3 months ago, her life looked completely different. She was the only daughter of Richard Montgomery, a man whose name commanded respect in every boardroom in America. Emily had everything money could buy: designer clothes, luxury cars, a penthouse apartment. But what she wanted most was something money couldn't buy: her father's approval of the man she loved. James was charming and handsome, but he didn't come from wealth. Richard forbade the relationship, but Emily was young and in love. She believed James when he promised they would build a life together, no matter what her father said. When she discovered she was pregnant, she was terrified but hopeful. Maybe this baby would finally make her father understand that love was more important than status. Then came the accident. A rainy evening, a slippery road, and a car that spun out of control. Emily survived, but her legs didn't. The doctors delivered the news with somber faces: she would never walk again. The baby was miraculously unharmed, but Emily's world had collapsed. When James came to visit her in the hospital, she saw the truth in his eyes before he even spoke. He couldn't handle this. He didn't want a wife in a wheelchair, didn't want the responsibility, didn't want the life they had dreamed about. He left that night and never came back. Heartbroken but determined, Emily went to her father. Surely he would help her now. Surely blood was thicker than pride. But Richard Montgomery was a man who cared more about his reputation than his daughter. He stood in her hospital room, his face cold as stone, and told her she had made her choices. If she wanted to keep the baby and ruin the family name, she could do it without his money or his name. He had papers drawn up, disowning her completely. Within a week, she had no access to her trust fund, no apartment, no family. Nothing. That's when she met Marcus Williams. Marcus was 52 years old, a single father who had raised his son alone after his wife passed away from cancer 10 years earlier. He worked as a janitor at the hospital, taking every shift he could to pay for his son's college tuition. Marcus had known hardship. He understood what it meant to be alone and afraid. And when he saw Emily sitting in that corridor, abandoned and hopeless, something in his heart told him he had to help. Marcus approached her carefully, his kind eyes meeting hers. "Miss, are you okay?" he asked gently. Emily looked up at this stranger in his janitor's uniform and broke down completely. Through her tears, she told him everything. Marcus listened without judgment, his heart breaking for this young woman who had lost everything. What Marcus did next shocked everyone at the hospital. He offered Emily his home. He had a small 2-bedroom house, and his son was away at college most of the year. It wasn't much, but it was clean and safe, and she was welcome there for as long as she needed. Emily couldn't believe it. A complete stranger was offering her more kindness than her own father had shown. Moving in was awkward at first. Emily had never cleaned a dish or cooked a meal in her life. Marcus had never taken care of a pregnant woman, especially one who needed so much help. But slowly, they figured it out together. Marcus would help Emily with her wheelchair, making sure the house was accessible for her. He cooked simple but warm meals. He talked to her about his late wife, about his son, about how life sometimes breaks you down but you have to keep going. Emily started to heal, not just physically but emotionally. Marcus taught her things her privileged upbringing never had: how to be grateful for small blessings, how to find joy in simple moments, how to be strong even when the world says you're broken. She learned to cook from her wheelchair. She learned to laugh again. And most importantly, she learned that family isn't about blood or money, it's about who shows up when you need them most. When her baby girl was born, Marcus was there in the delivery room, holding Emily's hand like a proud father. He had taken time off work, something he rarely did, just to be there for her. When Emily held her daughter for the first time, she named her Grace, because that's what Marcus had shown her, amazing grace. The story could have ended there, but life had one more twist. A year later, Marcus's son graduated from medical school at the top of his class. The local news covered the story: a janitor's son who had become a doctor. The report mentioned Marcus's incredible sacrifice and his kindness toward a young mother who had nowhere else to turn. The story went viral. Richard Montgomery saw the story. And for the first time in 2 years, he saw his daughter's face. She looked happy. She looked whole. She was holding his granddaughter, and she was smiling in a way he hadn't seen in years. The weight of his mistake crushed him. He had abandoned his daughter when she needed him most, and a janitor with almost nothing had given her everything. Richard reached out, broken and apologetic. The reunion was not easy. Emily had built a new life, and forgiveness didn't come quickly. But with Marcus's gentle wisdom guiding them both, Emily eventually opened her heart to her father again. Richard changed. He became involved in his granddaughter's life. He established a foundation helping disabled mothers. And he never stopped thanking Marcus for being the father he himself had failed to be. This story reminds us that kindness doesn't require wealth or status. It requires heart. Marcus could have walked past Emily that day. He could have minded his own business. But he chose to care. He chose to love. And that choice changed everything. So today, I challenge you: be someone's Marcus. Look around and see who needs help. Extend your hand. Show up. Because in this world, the most powerful thing you can give someone is kindness. And sometimes, that kindness can save a life.